Hey everybody, Uberdante here, and today I'd like to show off 3 new decks that I made for my game, Logicards. Okay, so the contest is over. During the contest, the 9-card contest, I had this Sakura Spring deck, and now that the contest is over, I've introduced 3 other decks. So I've got a Summer deck, an Autumn deck, and a Winter deck, and they're all in this one room in PCIO. So all you have to do is click on summer and you'll get the summer setup, autumn, see the autumn and winter. So, and I've got the rules here, and I've got the operator token if you'd like to use that. There's a bomb token and forecast token if you're doing one of the variants. And I've also got 2 buttons down here. So the first one is for shuffle when you're doing spring. So the spring shuffle card is shuffle all the cards and deal again. So you can just click on that button and it'll do that. But the newer decks have a different shuffle. So in Summer number 1, it says shuffle and redeal 1 row and column. So what you're going to do is, let's say you're going to take this column here, and you're just going to drag all those cards to the holder, and then you pick a row as well. So you pick this row, and then you can redeal those, and you're going to flip over the intersecting card like that. For the autumn, the shuffle card is the 2. I'm going to do a couple more here. So 2 is without flipping cards, shuffle and redeal all inactive cards. So you just take all the inactive cards like this, and again hit the redeal from holder, and then it's like flip any number of cards totaling 10. So you can do like 7 and 3 or whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's the PCIO room. I want to kind of quickly show off each deck. So I'll just play the base game, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. So let's start with Summer. Okay, so some of the cards are the same. Just to give you a look at let's just take a look at all the cards. This one uses some columns and rows. So number 2 is flip over any row of cards. 3 is flip over any columns of cards. And then 1 we saw the shuffle and redeal as you take a row and a column. Otherwise, it's kind of similar to the first one. We've got this 9 card where you can flip over any adjacent card diagonally or horizontally. And the swap is different. So swap is you can swap any 2 cards and then flip over any 3rd card. So it's a little more powerful than the swapping card from the spring. Okay, let's go ahead and see. So 4 is, again, kind of an annoying card. Right now it's okay. Flip over any 3 corner cards. So let's just flip over the 1, 2, and let's say 8. Okay, so flipped over 3 cards, so 8 is the highest. So that's the new operator. I'm not going to use the operator token because it's kind of, I'm going to forget to move it around. 8 is the current operator. I'm going to flip 1 diagonally, which I don't have a choice, so it's the 7. And 7 is flip over any 2 orthogonally adjacent. So I can choose from these 2. Let's do, well, we can win it right here, I think. Let's do the 5 and the 6. 6 is flip over any corner card, and then 9 is adjacent card. So we just, that was quick. We didn't actually get to use these columns and row cards, but that is the Summer. Let's go ahead and look at the Autumn. And Autumn has some kind of unusual cards. We've got the X. So in the spring one, we had the cross. This one has the X. It's got this, let's see, it's got kind of some cards that have to deal with like inactive cards and active cards. So number 1 is flip over one inactive card and one other active card. So you'd have to like flip this one and then flip like another one. 3 is an interesting card. So if the more of the cards are active, then you flip over 2 active cards. If more of them are inactive, then you flip over 2 inactive cards. So whichever you have more of. So this is a good card to do like early on, because now I can flip over 2 cards. But if you've got it later, then you have to like flip off like 2 of your active cards. 6 is flip over all cards except this one in either this row or column. So that means I could flip over like this 5 and 8 or this 3 and 2. 5 is flip over any lower numbered cards. So I could flip over 1, 2, 3, or 4. 2, we saw the shuffle. It's all the inactive cards. So this shuffle, when you're doing like the order, you're trying to get them in order, like the shuffle card in the spring is like kind of a bad one because you're going to mess everything up. So in this case, you don't have so much trouble because you're only shuffling the inactive ones. Then we've got 7 and 8 are like, 7 is flip over to even number and 8 is flip over an odd number. So got those. And then 4, it's on 9. And then 4 is swap 2 inactive cards or 2 active cards. So you can swap any cards, but they have to both be active or both be inactive. And then you actually flip over one of those swapped cards. So in spring and summer, you have to flip over a different card than you swapped. But in this case, you actually have to flip over one of those. So this makes, I mentioned like this makes the ordering game a little bit easier because you don't have to worry about it too much. But this one makes it a little bit harder because you might want to flip. Like I want to flip this 3 in the 9. I want to move it here, but I can't because I can't swap these because they're not both active or both inactive. I can't swap the 9 and the 7. Okay, let's try a game. So let's get going and flip over an odd number. So let's do this 3. So I can flip over 2 more now. So let's do 1 and 6. Okay, 6, I can flip over everything in this row. So let's do 9 and 5. 9 is the operator. Flip over any one card in the X. Flip over the 7. 7, flip over any 2 even number card. Boom. Okay, so that was really quick. Okay. And let's do winter next. So, winter. So winter, I specifically created this one to deal with this bomb variant. So I found for the other ones, the bomb variant it's kind of like a slight annoyance. Like, oh, I can't flip that one. But you can usually find a way to solve. A way to solve the puzzle, win the game without too much trouble. Just like, okay, well, I can't just flip that one again. I wanted to create a situation where the bomb would just go off. So this one has a lot of all cards, all cards. So this 4, flip over all lower numbered cards. 6, flip over all higher number cards. So, if you have your bomb on the 1, 2, or 3, then this is going to, avoid this one. If you have your bomb on the 7, 8, or 9, you want to kind of avoid this card as well. 3 is another all, so everything orthogonally adjacent. 2 is all cards except this one in this row and column. So it's kind of like the 6 from the previous deck, except in this case, I would have to flip 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. What else do we got? And then 1 is all diagonally adjacent. So in this case, it's not a big deal, but if it's like here, then it's going to be all 4 of these. To counter that, 9 and 5 are pretty powerful cards. So 9 is you can flip over any card at all, any one card, and 5 is you can flip over any 2 cards. So those are pretty powerful if you can use those. You can get a quick victory. And then 7 is the swapping card. There's actually no shuffle card for this one. There's no shuffle card because of all this craziness. I just took out the shuffle card, but the swapping card works a little different. So swapping card is swap the center card with any other card. So, okay, so I got the 5 in here now, but let's say I have I'm going to swap it out like that. So if I get the 7, then I can swap the 2 with like the 4 or something, and the 2 is in place. And I got this 4. Next time it comes around, I'm going to swap the 4 out here. And then you always flip over the new center card, so that one gets flipped over. You don't have a choice. So that makes the ordering a little bit different. So each deck has a different swapping card, a different ordering card. So I think for playing, I really like playing this order variant. It's harder than the bomb one, and the forecast one always gives me. Forecast one is really good, a variant, but sometimes it just goes on pretty long. So I like that each deck has a different ordering mechanism, so it really makes the decks feel different. But today I'm not going to do any of the variants, just show you the base game. So let's do that. Okay, so I've got this. I didn't show this 8 card. So 8 is flip over any 2 cards totaling 11. I had a similar card in the autumn deck. Okay, so any 2 totaling 11. So let's just do 6 and 5, and then so 6 is all higher. So 9, 8, and 7. 9 is the highest, so that's the new operator. Flip over any 1 card. Okay, let's flip over this 1, see what happens. I can flip over the 8 and the 2 cards totaling. Let's try. Let's try. What do I want to do? What happens if I do 6 and 5? Okay, then nothing was flipped to its active side, so they will go higher. I can flip over any 1 card, so I can flip over this 3, and I can flip over all orthogonally adjacent, so that really helps me, and I can win. Okay, so that's it. So same kind of quick game for the base game, and the variants you're going to have to spend a little more time on. And so please check it out. They're also available to print out if you want. Completely free. So check it out. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.